Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. Kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will take the field first. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
I think for years, you talk Miami Hurricanes, a big key for them winning national championships or competing for them has always been their play up front, right? You think all the way back to Russell Maryland and Warren Sapp. Just recently, David, with Bain and Mesidor on Miami's national championship run getting to that game. Got big-time NFL athletes up front.
Huge athletes, explosive athletes, twitchy athletes. Jason Taylor being the coach down there for a while, obviously working those guys. A Hall of you get to work with, you get to develop, so it's almost plug and play every year, man. Now you're starting to see Mike.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. There he goes. Quick step and go. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Fuller.
Nice job on the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The throw. Got the quick pass. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. What a play there, and he whips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they've got to tackle better on the back end.
Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
And I'm all good for this offense being aggressive, whatever. It's the first possession, you don't get the 2-point conversion, you still got a lot of time left to make up for it.
He'll bring it out, it's Lyle. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Miami's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to the ground. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Mensah. Here's the pressure. Being chased. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Try the right side with Brown. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Thanks to grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, forcing the incompletion.
They're working that left side. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Here's Mensah to throw. Spits it out to the back. On target. At the 35, he's open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They'll run the screen. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Sellers. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking for his man. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Sellers looking to buy time. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He fires to the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they...
Oh, he's got some space. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. Sellers fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Sellers. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Sellers to the air again. Incomplete! It'll be a turnover on downs. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
Here comes the 2-point try. From the gun. Into the end zone he goes. 2-point conversion is good, and the lead stands at 11.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Here's a heat. He gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lets it fly. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Could be an alley. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Mensah. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try to get it through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard.
Coming out with it, it's Cotton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got his man. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
No room to run, and He stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Here's Mensah to throw. Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Hey guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is down the field.
They go play action with Sellers. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Here's Sellers to throw. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Sellers.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Pass to 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And he gets stopped before he gets started. A loss on the play. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Got it in the middle, it's Sellers. So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab past the marker. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown, South Carolina! Great job by the back on the option.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense did.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack warrants the two-point try. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Canes in the hurry-up. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Throwing, Mensah. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Blasted as he lets it go. It's dropped, and tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in from the home team sidelines. This offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going long. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And that is a frustrating possession.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Sellers. Fires on the move. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Great place to start for this offense. Mensah. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.